When a concept passes through the channel of logic and it gets passed by the logical mind, it lodges in yourself as faith. And it is coupled by your experience, it's supported by your experience. For example, we are told that, say, aspirin is good for people with heart condition. Baby aspirin everyone should take. Or statin, a medicine, is good to control cholesterol. So logically you understood that. Then you have faith in that because it is verified by some experiment, scientific experiment. Then you develop faith in it. Once you start having faith in it, you start getting experiences from it. And that's how the placebo effect also works. It's the faith that makes the placebo effect work on you. Your body works on faith. Your mind works on faith. A human being cannot be devoid of faith. Someone believes in certain concept because it's scientifically proved. And if it is scientifically disproved, that faith breaks. Right? So, when the whole generation believed, of basing on some research, that butter is bad for people with heart condition. Then what happened? Those faith was thrown away by another discovery which said butter is good for heart patient, it has vitamin K. Now, when you understand something intellectually, then you start believing it, then it starts giving you experiences. Here see how thin the line between logic and faith. It is not a hard and fast line, it is a moving line. The line between logic and faith, though, appears to be completely two different things. The line between them is very blurred and it keeps shifting, it keeps moving. So many scientific concepts which we believed, which we had faith in, after counter study and counter research findings, we had to drop all those faiths. So through logic we got into faith, and through logic we discarded faith also. So logic is important in life, scientific temper is very important. In the Orient, in the Occident, there were two different methodologies. The Occidental philosophy always says, you first believe and then you will get experience one day. This is contrary to science. Science says, first let me experience, then I will start believing it. First let me logically prove it, then I will experience it. But Occident, what it says, you first believe, then you will have the experience, then it will be proved. What you believe is correct will be proved later. One day it will be proved that your belief, faith was correct. And you don't even have to look for it. That's what the Occidental philosophy. Whereas in the Orient, it was not that way. In the Orient, they have always said, you first experience it. Exhaust your logic. Use your logic, and then whatever comes out of it, then you start believing it. You can't say you won't believe even though your logic has accepted something. Suppose your logically it's all correct, but then still I don't believe, that is not an intelligent thing to do. So here Occident said, you first experience it, and then from experience you move on to postulating it as your faith, as your belief. That is the reason not a single scientist was ever persecuted in the Orient, whereas scientists were persecuted in the Occident. Science and spirituality come together when the Oriental way of looking at things, that is, first is experience, give logic its due place, give science its prominent seat, and then through science see that comes out as faith, as belief, as reality, as truth, that you accept. If you don't accept that, then that is also not scientific. I would say faith is the very foundation of life. If someone's faith is shaken on anything, their whole life is shaken, right? Faith brings stability into life. Faith brings inner strength to life. Faith is the greatest motivator. Faith keeps us sane. Faith keeps us out of fear, out of frustration. Faith keeps the hope alive in us. In this way, the logic and faith, they complement each other and they are not contradicting this, and it should not be, they should not contradict each other. Yeah? If they appear to be contradicting, we have to revisit our methodology, our priorities, and our strategy to understand these two important aspects of our life.